And a big, big, big congrats on Mainstream. It's a biting satire of our current social media obsession and its toxic culture.
Mm. Yeah.
And you're so welcome. Like the character Frankie, played beautifully by Hawke, do you make things to make people feel, Ms. Gia? And was that why you co-wrote and directed Mainstream?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you wanna, I feel like for me, when I make things, I want it to be, um, emotional and personal, and hope that you can tell a story that people can relate to, as well as it be exciting and fun and stylistic.
Oh, exactly. All of the above. Now describe Mainstream to our viewers in your own words.
Oh man, well, I would say it's a young woman who kind of comes across this eccentric character and brings him to internet stardom, and he becomes his ego and megalomaniacal takes over, and we learn the dangers of uh, social media and the internet, but also the fun side.
Exactly. Well, it's show business though, right? I mean, once the business takes over the show when it becomes mainstream, is the magic really gone?
That's a good question. I think it's hanging by a thread, and it's really what you make of it at that time, to keep it that sort of spark of authenticity alive. And I think it's slowly dwindling towards the end.
Well, it's also applicable to filmmaking, though, in a little bit. I mean, that's like Frankie's character. What was once indie can also be mainstream, right?
Yeah, I think for me, like, her journey is to kind of recognize, she says, like, Andrew's character says, you want to seek validation from faceless strangers, or do you want to make art? And she kind of says both. And I think her journey is to kind of recognize that, all of those kind of fame and attention things are not really what value or matter in life. And that, if you can tell story and connect with people, is really what makes it worthwhile.
Oh, now Andrew Garfield is so much fun to watch in the film as Link. What directions did you give him? I mean, his character is almost, it reminds me almost of a direct descendant of Howard Beale, Peter Finch in the movie Network. But this one, he even danced in the movie.
Well, Andrew's a great dancer, so I definitely wanted to exploit that. But yeah, I mean, it's that kind of archetype of character that I really like to play with, and it's not really anything that new. It's been going on for ages and different types of platforms. So yeah.
One of the most talked about scene in the movie, and the one that is like, well, is Andrew Garfield pretty much wearing nothing in the streets. Talk to us about shooting that scene. How was it shooting it?
It was really fun and exciting. I was like smiling ear to ear. I was so excited and proud that he was willing to do that for me, or for the film. And yeah, I mean, it really kind of was a slow progression. It was not as wild as it was in the script, and then over time we kind of kept stripping it back.
Some of the people would want to see just that, right? Now, quickly, like what I said earlier, it's a biting satire of our social media obsession. Are you social media obsessed, Ms. Gia?
No, I am not. But I think going into this, I had to really live in a dark space for a while, so I feel better to kind of come out of it and feel less tethered to it, and have a very different relationship with social media that I kind of started with. And yeah, I don't have it on my phone, but I think there's a lot of good things that can come out of it, and focus on those parts of it.
I totally agree. A big congrats on Mainstream again, Ms. Gia. It's #fantastic.
Thank you.
You're welcome.